Hi everyone and welcome to Studio the Sword. My name is Lina and today's video is another episode about polymer clay. Today I want to show you how you can create a cane with the interesting flower pattern. So let's get started. Also, if you want to support me and my channel, don't forget to hit the red button, like this video, leave a comment down below, and let's keep going. For today's video, I decided to do a complex polymer clay cane that's going to consist of different canes on its own. It's gonna have different canes with a flower pattern. Then we're also gonna do some green leaves, and then we're gonna combine it together, which is gonna create like a massive giant polymer clay cane. For this cane, I decided to go for the purple, different shades of purple and also green colors. And for that, I'm looking at my polymer clay scraps and checking if I can mix up some colors to make the purple, or I already had some scraps with the purple in it. When by mixing, I'm just gonna create a different tone of purple. And after that, when I pick the colors, I'm mixing some of them, and here are my final colors I'm gonna be using. I also found some scraps of the yellow and green colors. We also gonna need that. And when my color palette is ready, I start making the first cane. So it's gonna be 3 canes with the different flowers, but they all gonna be in a purple shade. And for the first cane, I'm making the Skinner blend of purple and white clay. When the colors are mixed, I'm making my piece into the stripe shape, and after that just rolling it. When the roll is ready, I'm just slightly pushing all of the layers together. And after that, I'm dividing the roll into 4 pieces. And what I'm doing here, as you can see, I'm kind of pushing the white color a little bit inside and stretching the purple color on the sides a little bit up. I'm doing that to create like an overflow of the colors. And now I'm attaching all of those 4 pieces together, and I'm applying a yellow color in between. After that, I started shrinking the piece into like a rectangular shape. I'm dividing this in half, slicing in half, and again attaching 2 pieces together, and again shrinking it into the petal cane. And here you can see how the petal cane looks on the inside. And now I'm creating the core for the flower. For that, I'm just gonna make a Skinner blend of the yellow and white colors. Then just roll it again and keep the white color in the center, and the yellow gonna go around it. And I decided to add a little bit of the yellow in between the petals, just to make the cane of the flower pattern more complex. And after it's all ready, I'm just attaching the core and all the petals. And now I need to fill in the gaps of the flower. For that, I'm using white clay, and you can see I'm using it all and just pushing in between the petals so it kind of copies the curve of the petal. Alright, all of the gaps are filled. And now, little by little, starting from the center, I start shrinking the cane. And when I made the desirable size, I'm just slicing it to check how the pattern came out. And here's my first flower cane. For the next flower cane, I'm gonna be using a different shade of purple. It's gonna be a darker tone. And I'm again gonna do the Skinner blend. But this time I'm gonna keep the roll and not gonna divide this, and just shrink it in the size I need and divide into 6 equal pieces. And as you can see, I'm gonna have the lighter white center and purple edges. Here I'm again want to add a little bit of the yellow in between the petals. And also I'm going to have the yellow core of the flower. Now I'm attaching all of the parts together. And again filling the gaps in between the petals. And for that I'm using white clay. After that, little by little, I start shrinking the cane. And here's how it looks on the inside. Alright, I'm putting this on the side, and here's the last flower for today's project. And here I'm again creating the Skinner blend, but now I'm gonna be mixing 3 colors. I'm gonna have a purple with the pink undertone, then I'm having a pink clay and the white. And it's gonna go from the white to the purple, and I'm making those pieces into like pretty much like in the same size. And after that I'm slicing them and making into a triangle shape and attaching together. Here, as you can see, I'm not using my pasta machine as much because I need to replace my pasta machine first of all, but I also decided to show how you can do the Skinner blend just using the rolling pin. So I'm just folding the piece in half, going over with the rolling pin, flatten it, and then again fold it again, and keep doing that until you see that the colors are blending. And after that, I'm just making this into the stripe and rolling it. Now I'm again dividing the roll into 4 pieces. And again, to create like an overflow of the colors, I'm stretching a little bit each of the piece. And for that, as you can see, I'm using like a handle from my craft knife, or you can use something safer but with the even surface. And I'm applying the darker shade on the handle and then pushing gently on a white color to like a little bit stretch it a little bit. After that, I'm folding pieces in half and having the white color on the outside and the purple and red goes inside. Attaching pieces together, shrinking them a little bit. See, it's already creating the little flow of the colors. And now I'm shrinking the pieces into the cane. That's gonna be the petal cane. I'm dividing those into 6 even pieces. And here I decided to add again the yellow gradient in between the petals to just create again the more complex pattern of the flower. And as you can see, I'm starting with the white gradient in the center, and then the yellow color goes outside of the petal. And I'm keeping this way until the full flower is assembled. When the flower is assembled, I am just kind of like curling those pieces, the yellow parts that are left over. And again, filling the gaps with the white clay. When all the gaps are filled, I start shrinking the piece, pushing gently from the center to the sides. And here's how it looks on the inside. I think that's my favorite out of these 3 flower canes. Alright, now it's time to create some green leaves that's gonna go into the cane. For that, I'm taking green color, again doing the scatter blend just to create more color flow and that it's gonna look more interesting. So now I'm taking the green gradient and cover it up with the darker green color, just like wrapping it around. And now I'm attaching all these 4 wrapped pieces together, and as you can see, the gradient goes again from the bottom to the top, but I line them this way so they're not like looking like straight lines, a little bit wavy. And again, I'm wrapping it around with the white clay. And this is how the little green leaf looks on the inside. And for another type of the green leaf, I'm again doing the skinner blend. It's like a video of a skinner blend today, right? So I'm taking yellow, white, and green colors, attaching them together and running through pasta machine or just with a rolling pin until I see that the colors are mixed. After that, I'm flattening them in a pasta machine on a minimum thickness and rolling them. After that, I'm dividing the roll into 8 equal parts, again stretching them a little bit. And this time I'm doing this with the inner color, with the yellow, adding the green color on the inside by the yellow, just to create like a mix shades and color flow. And after that, I'm shrinking this. This is how the pattern looks on the inside. And I'm also gonna make it into the leaf shape, not like triangle shape, but like both of the top and the bottom is gonna be smaller than the actual cane. I'm also gonna be using some of my old canes that we've made together, and I'm just gonna shrink the size into like tiny piece just to create additional pattern to my cane. Here are the 5 canes that I made today, and now it's time to assemble the bigger cane. So we're gonna put all of these guys together. And for that, I am slicing all of the canes, reducing the size of some of them, shrinking some of them, just to create like a different sizes for all of the canes. So some of the flowers gonna be bigger, some of the flowers gonna be smaller. It doesn't really matter how many of them you're gonna have. It's just like as many as you have, you need to assemble them all. And also I'm gonna be using the white color in between. And now I'm just applying all those canes together. You already can see that the piece looks pretty big and massive. And now it's time to shrink it. I'm again gently pushing from the center to the sides. I'm not gonna reduce this cane too much, just a little bit, so all of the canes attach to each other. And it's time to see how it looks on the inside. I sliced the rectangular pieces and just combined them together, went over with the round pin. As you can see, some of like flowers on the sides kind of changed the shape, but that's okay. I cut out my shapes, line them on a tray, and I'm using this leftover scraps just to create another set of earrings. And here's my final result. Share with me in the comments below if you like this tutorial, if you like my extra large polymer clay cane with the flower pattern. And this is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the red button, like this video, leave a comment down below, and we see each other in the next video.